By Subway. Eat fresh. Now, live from Buffalo Wild Wings in College Park, here's Maryland head coach Mark Turgeon and Johnny Holiday.
And our Player of the Week in the Mark Turgeon Radio Show is brought to you by Capital One Bank. Joining us live tonight is senior Des Wells from Raleigh, North Carolina. Capital One Bank, that's the official bank of Maryland Athletics. And, Coach, it would take me about, the remainder of the show up until about 8 o'clock to read everything in the bio about Des Wells. Third team All-ACC, that's ridiculous. Should have been first team All-ACC last year. District 3 team, all districts, started 31 of 32 games, averaged 30 minutes a game, led the Terrapins in scoring, double figures, 28 of 32 games. Free throw percentage went up.
Yeah.
I worked with him after practice 3 or 4 times a week, up to 81%. And I know you can't wait to get rolling on your senior year to go out in a blaze of glory and get back to tournament time. NCAA tournament time.
I'm very excited, man. I'm very excited, Johnny. I can't wait.
Okay, thank you, Des. Great to have you.
Come on, Des. You got more than that, Des. Come on.
Well, I'm just excited. We have a great team this year, and I'm just can't wait to get rolling with those guys. I can't wait to, we've been beating each other up for the whole summer, and most of the fall. So we're just ready to compete against somebody else. We're ready for that challenge.
You got a lot of new guys on this team this year.
Oh, yeah.
And they look to you. I guarantee they look to you and say, man, this is the way to do it. The way Des plays, the way Des focuses on basketball, this is the way I want to be like him.
Yeah, well, probably not the way that I focus on basketball. I'm pretty sure Coach Turgeon wants me to put my mind somewhere else sometimes. But it's good for the young guys because, when I first came into college, I saw my upperclassmen were the same way. So all I'm doing is giving back the same way that the game gave me. Just being a positive, role model for these guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just being somebody that they can lean on, whenever they're going through tough times. I make sure that I'm competing against them, but I'm at the same time trying to be like an extension of Coach Turgeon at the same time. So just doing what was done for me.
2 phrases come to mind, Coach, about Des: role model and leader of this team.
Yeah, he's been a great role model since he's been here in a lot of areas, and even actually in the classroom this year. And so we're going to get Des graduated after this semester. He'll need 13 credits to get graduated, so he's done a lot of good things. So keeping that streak alive, all our seniors will graduate, and he's been good. And a leader, it's just natural. Des is, I wouldn't say it was natural, but he's become really good at it. And Tuesday was a really hard practice, and especially for the new guys. And Des talked to him afterwards. I thought he said some really good things to him.
When you look at your game, Des, anything you want to get better at? Because you got the whole package going for you right now.
Yeah. Well, I want to just be consistent with everything that I do.
Yeah.
I felt like, my first 2 years, my first 3 years in college, I would have big games, whether it be offensively or defensively. So at this point in my career, I want to be able to be consistently a lockdown defender and just somebody that makes people better regardless of what's going on in the game. So each and every game, I think that's what my team needs from me this year.
You talk about big games. How about the one against Duke in the quarterfinals of the ACC tournament? 30 points.
Yeah.
You dropped in the Blue Devils.
That was a pretty big game.
I say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Even bigger than 33 at Boston College.
Yeah, that was pretty big. That was a pretty okay game, too.
You're not kidding. Yeah, You're not kidding, yeah.
I think Coach Turgeon would be more impressed if we, get further along this year. So I think that's my goal this year, just to do whatever, no complaining. Anybody say something that's out the way, and I'm going to get on them, and I want my teammates to do the same thing. But I'm focused. I want to do big things this year. I want to graduate, and I want everybody to benefit from how much we win this year.
Yeah, and I think the consistency is big for Des. And Monday he was okay. Tuesday he was a lottery pick, and then today he was just okay again. So yeah, it's one of those things that he just needs to just be more consistent. He knows what I'm talking about. So, but we're still getting used to each other and the way that we're playing. So we're going to have our ups and downs, and not just Des, but everybody's kind of been that way. But if he gets consistent, then we're going to have a heck of a team.
Let's talk about the young guys that are surrounding you this year. Maybe you can give your thoughts about You know, Melo comes in with all kind of credentials, a lot of headlines from Bishop O'Connell over at Arlington. And he's handled himself pretty well so far, even though you've had one exhibition game.
Yeah, Melo is very humble. You know, that's the first thing that stands out about him. He's very humble. You know, he's a hard worker. And you can tell with not only Melo, but with every other freshman that we have, every other young guy that we have on our team, they're hungry and they want to be great, you know. And when you have guys that surround you like that, you know, that makes you want to elevate your game, you know. So each and every day when I see Melo getting shots up, when I see Melo doing something that I feel I can implement in my game, you know, I have no ego. I go over to him and I ask him questions about, you know, how did he do that move, or, you know what I mean, or is there like a drill that you do to make yourself better at that move? So you just got to recognize that you can learn from the young guys as much as they can learn from me.
You made 36 of your last 39 free throws last year to wrap up the season. You obviously worked a lot at the line. It showed by the percentage went up. Very important.
Yeah, well, a lot of it comes with confidence, you know, just putting the work in. So that's something that I want to be better at this year. You know, we track free throws throughout the week, you know, so each and every week I want to be above around like 92, 95% a week, you know, and that's something that I want to be top 3 in every category, you know, each and every week. So that's something I work at with each and every day, you know, even when we have days off.
Yeah, that's big, and I think we're going to have a lot of guys hopefully shoot free throws well, and that's big in close games. It's big to hold on to leads. And I just felt like last year when, you know, late in the season, Des just continued to make big free throws for us.
Hey, Des, even though you lose Evan Smotrich for the non-conference part of the schedule with that broken foot, it gives everybody else a chance to step in and show Coach and their teammates what they can do mixing in with you guys that start.
Yeah, that's a big thing for us. You know, Evans is such a good player. He can do a lot of things for us offensively and defensively. But when something like that happens, you know, you have to be there for him and make sure that he's fine, to keep him mentally in the right frame of mind. But you have to let the young guys know that, you know, now you got to step up. You know, next man up. That was the first thing that Coach said after he talked about, you know, Evan and giving us the update on his diagnosis or whatever. So, you know, that's what I've been telling the young guys, you know, now you have to do more. You know, whatever you've been doing before is not enough. You got to do more now, you know. So you have to make sure that when you're ready, when you're called upon, you're ready to come in and produce for us.
Well, it's always great to have you with us. Always.
Thank you, John.
I got to leave you with one thing. Your buddy from the Word of God Academy down in Raleigh.
Who?
That'd be John Wall.
What about him?
Had 30 last night. You've been working with him in the off season, helping him to get better with the Wizards?
Yeah, I would love to, but yeah, that'll be a game. Yeah. That'll be something to see.
I want to see you one-on-one with him. I'm going to put my money on you.
Oh, John can't guard me.
He can't guard me?
No, he can't guard me.
Okay.
All right, let's end this right now.
All right, you can't guard him, huh?
Yeah.
Let's end it right. You know, it was a great game. It was a great game for me. My former point guard at Texas A&M, Donald Sloan, had 31 last night.
Yeah.
And I've become a really big Randy Whitman fan, a Wizard fan, since I moved here. So I've really enjoyed watching them play. So I got the best of both worlds. The Wizards got a victory, but my man Donald had 31 last night, so it was a great night.
Great. Des, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Good luck Saturday against Bowie State.
Appreciate it.
Des Wells, everyone. We'll take a break and be back in a minute on the Terrapin Sports Radio Network.